Despite presidential intervention, it appears the gladiators in the political impasse in Rivers State, South Nigeria, are bent on fighting to the finish. The state governor, Fubara, has vowed to keep the camp of the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Wike, restless and marching fire for fire. Governor Fubara issued this warning while declaring the purported list of the People's Democratic Party PDP caretaker committee members for the state circulating on social media as fake. Meanwhile, the state caretaker committee chairman of the APC, Tony Okocha, dares Governor Fubara and accuses him of plotting illegality. Okocha vowed that the people of the state will resist his moves. And let's share an update on the development by TVC News On with you.
Governor Fubara has not been as vocal as some persons expect him to be on the political crisis in the state. But in a rare display of public defiance, the governor promised to surprise members of the opposing camp who take his disposition for weakness.
Sir, Fubara.
The opposition has been up in arms since then, describing his comments as a call to anarchy. Hitting back with even further threats, Governor Fubara says he is not moved by their reaction.
You can see how restless they've been. Since I made one small statement yesterday, people will continue to make them restless. They won't know where we're coming from. We'll also hit them the way we hit them that day. So please, for those of you that are worried this morning when you saw those things flying, go and rest. Nothing is happening.
The governor said plots to weaken his hold on the People's Democratic Party in Rivers State through the tenure extension of the Executive Council would fail.
We had a meeting and we agreed that not just in Rivers State but all the state affected, that the A schools should be extended for 3 months. This extension is not bringing in new names. The extension also did not say you're working without the authority of the governor. So for those lists you saw and those ones altered, I can assure you it's not going to stand.
Thank you! The project is for the construction of 10,000 shops, shopping complexes, automobile workshops, warehouses, banking and hotel facilities, amongst others, all to be completed within 36 months.
We demand that all the issues contained in the presidential proclamation as aforecited must be fully implemented by Governor Fubara. He is not allowed to cherry pick. Hence, Mr. Governor should drown the monotonous sounds of war, which he personally drums up. 7. We demand that Mr. Governor should perish the thoughts another round of grandstanding in wasteful spending of taxpayers' money.
Right, gentlemen, are we back to the same situation that necessitated the president's intervention in the first place? PQ?
Yes. But I don't think the president should intervene this time. It's a shame that we can't get natural leaders from Rivers State, from the South, who are influential enough to call these two adults causing problem to others. I believe that someone like Baba Edwin Clark is in his 90s, but he's an unusually strong man for his age. I believe that such a man should be able to intervene without the president having to get involved. But what I see is a situation in which those who should naturally be in position to intervene have elected to side with the two combatants. Some are with the governor, some are with Wike. But we want to see a resolution of this matter. The governor boasts about his desire to implement all of the agreements reached in front of the president. But I know he's lying. He's not prepared to implement everything. And there are people who are telling him, for example, that he should not represent the budget. So I don't think he's prepared to represent the budget. Some are citing legal issues. But you know, when we are talking about a political solution to a problem, I don't think that people should cite legal encumbrances and all that. There are many people who believe that it is illegal for the members of the House to still be there because they defected. As far as they are concerned, their defection was illegal. Many of them believe that the president should have told them to go back to the PDP, which the president didn't do. Right now, for me, Wike is the best placed individual to put an end to this crisis. And I said that at the beginning. I knew at the beginning that they will be back to war. And that was why I said, you as the older person, you are the one who can end what is going on. Yes, Fubara betrayed him by trying to remove council chairman, and Wike felt removing council chairman amounts to trying to crush the structures that brought him to power. But these things happen. Wike should not be behaving like he's the first former governor to be betrayed. We've seen that.
Handle issues differently.
But you see, he can't bring the roof down because he's been betrayed. So many people have been betrayed. So many governors, former governors have been betrayed. It won't end with Wike himself. I know it's painful. But what do you do? If it has happened, it has happened. And the fact that the governor has agreed to implement some of those resolutions, they should be able to come together and meet at the center. He is not prepared to implement that resolution that says he should represent the budget. It's clear that he doesn't want to do that, but he's saying he's prepared to implement. He's not ready to implement that one, because how long does it take to go and represent your budget? What he did the other day, presenting a budget to a few individuals, is shocking for someone that is educated. You can't do that. You can't do that. Wike should also realize that on this matter, he can't be fighting everybody. He's going to have himself humiliated in the final analysis if he doesn't slow down. Some of the comments that are apparently directed at people like Odili, or the Odili family, those comments are not necessary. Calling the media, you should be talking about what you are doing in the FCT. You are doing a lot, we can see it. You should be telling the people what you are doing. Nigerians are tired of you simply talking about what's going on in Rivers. He was not made a minister to be regaling us with what is going on in Rivers State. It takes every opportunity to take pot shots at people that he disagrees with in Rivers State. And that is expanding the conflict. It doesn't appear to realize that the more he takes pot shots at those individuals, the more is winning more people to the side of the governor. Some of the people that I never imagined that he could publicly quarrel with, he has quarreled with them. He's expanding the conflict and getting more people to the side of the governor. The governor was too hasty in fighting his godfather. But it has happened, it has happened. There has to be a way. If a whole president cannot reconcile these two adults, then something is wrong with both of them. If a whole president can't find a way to reconcile both of them, then something is wrong with them. And their political future is in jeopardy. Because the way it is, they need one another. And the governor needs him. Wike should show maturity as the older person. That is what I said from the first day.
That's true. I remember.
But is the one. This man didn't say anything publicly until Wike started granting those interviews, abusing some of the people supporting the governor. The slightest sign that someone appears to want to give the governor a listening ear, he will call the media to abuse such a person. Come on. Why is he such a difficult person? So, all of this, we don't want violent combustion in rivers. We want peace in that. Rivers is too important for the economic well-being of Nigeria. We don't want those two individuals to cause problems. They should respect themselves. They should act their ages. And let us have peace. We are tired of these brickbats between both men. I'm going to shock them. I will surprise them. If you want to surprise people, keep it to yourself. We don't need all of this noise that you people are making. If you want to surprise them, I don't even know a general, for example, that will announce that he's going to surprise. When Swashkop was commander of the Allied forces in Iraq during the first Gulf War, many people felt, they are going to enter Kuwait City through amphibious landing. They speculated that that's what they would do. Iraqi forces were massed at the coast. They entered through different places. Basra, Kuwait City, what's it called? Southern Iraq. They entered through different, all of those troops that they massed at the coast. It was a mistake because it left openings for them to enter through other places. So why didn't Swashkop announce that, I'm going to use amphibious landing to enter Kuwait City and take you and send people packing? You don't announce what you are going to do. I'm going to surprise them. That's childish. Do what you think is in your heart.
Thank you, BQ. Adeoye, where do you stand in all of this? And the impact this will have on governance in Rivers State?
Yes, my stand is with the people of Rivers State. Because in all of this, when two elephants fight, the grass suffer. The disagreement between them is about power, politics, and personal benefits. The former governor is not fighting him now because Fubara is not talking about road construction. He's not talking about cleaning up the environment in Ogoni. That Fubara is not talking about job creation. So the disagreement is not about ideology. It's about you want to break the monopoly of power. You want to appoint commissioners that are your aides. Special advisors, I must be the one to appoint them. So at that level, the people are losers because they are fighting for their own personal interest. And I think in all of this, I observe two things. First is error of judgment. The second one is shortfall of wisdom. Error of judgment on the part of two of them. Because you as former governor, if you have done your research very well, if you have done your intelligence gathering very well, you will have known the kind of person that will succeed you. Even though most of the time you cannot predict. But if you have done your research very well, this man is 48 years old, you will have done a lot of background check to know the kinds of person. There's no way you will not have at least about 40% information about him.
That's true.
No.
But they've been together for...
They've been together, but somehow...
Men change.
You will have information about the kind of person if you have done diligent checks. The second one is...
But even we, sometimes this thing, even wives.
I know.
If people would say, if you work for example, or before women start saying, Jide has come again. You see, there are some traits.
But you know the Yoruba will say, Finiwa. That the character is like
not
flame.
Everything.
You can't come out with basket.
See, the woman who has his eyes on the prize is not going to show those traits that will make you say, no, I'm not marrying this person anymore. There are things that you see about your wife only after you people are married. At least I've been married now for roughly 23 years.
But after being married for at least some years, you will know certain things your wife will not do.
There are some things that you will not, that she will not do when you are courting. So, that is a fact. Because to do some of those things may endanger the marriage. You may not change. No. This is not the person for me. So this person was DG.
Accountant General.
Accountant General for the government house. She was the Accountant General for government house. The Director of Finance there. Later became Accountant General of the state. They've been together for many years. He worked with Wike all through those 8 years. So Wike said something that if he had chosen other people, by now they would have sent him packing. He felt that he chose the meekest of them all.
It's still not the error of judgment.
But no, you see, but you know, Shakespeare said, there is no art by which you can actually know how a man is thinking by the construction of his face. You actually see a man, he looks gentle. You know, all of those times that they were campaigning, Fubara would just sit down like a kitty bat. He will not talk. It's Wike that will come to all the drama and all that. But I remember somebody telling me one day, saying, Boboti is sorrow, you are Wike. I didn't take it seriously. I said, this person that doesn't talk may be wicked.
Yes.
During the campaigns. So he felt that he chose the most apolitical.
Perhaps somebody can control.
The most apolitical and the meekest of them all. But what did we see? Power. Asiwaju, when it comes to politics, Asiwaju is a man full of wisdom. There was something he said many years ago when I was editor of PM News. He said, try your son with power. He said, try your son with power, you will know what people can do when they acquire power. Even your own son. He said it. I'm sure my Gabai Ononuga will remember that. He said, your own son. You may not have seen some traits about him. Try him with power. You will know what people can do when they have power. And we've seen it in the Arab world, where a boy chased his own father away.
Even Kampori and Sankara, you know.
He took power and sacked his father.
So it still turned out to be error of judgment.
Yeah, I do not.
And I think
the only way that you can say it's not an error of judgment is if what we are seeing has not happened.
Yeah.
So and it should live with it. The alternative is find a way to solve this problem. He's trying to control two parties, control APC, control PDP.
Very difficult.
But is political solution a bad idea?
Well, for me, I think that if the overriding interest of the people of Rivers matter to Wike and matters to Fubara, they should know that they cannot live for the next 4 years with this kind of fighting. You know, because at the end of the day, the crisis between Awolowo and Akintola started as more or less, though that also was even ideological. Nobody ever imagined it is snowball into wet here and all sort of things. So they need to manage this because the repercussion, everybody will suffer for it in Niger Delta and not just in Rivers State alone. So if Wike really cares about the people of Rivers State and the governor also cares, they should put their differences apart and look for the lowest common factor so that there could be development and progress for the people of Rivers State.